On Duquesne University's campus, you will find the Cooper Fieldhouse, an honor for a man who broke barriers his entire life.
Chuck Cooper was the first black man drafted into the NBA, but his list of firsts didn't stop there. Channel 11 sports anchor Jenna Harner spent time with Cooper's son.
To sit in this building and to look around and see his name, it's really almost, impossible to explain just how you feel. But I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it right now.
The emotions hit Chuck Cooper III every time he walks into the UPMC Cooper Fieldhouse. After all, its name honors his dad, Duquesne Hoops legend and NBA trailblazer Chuck Cooper.
I really think he was aware that he was a barrier breaker, and again, not only did he want to make a difference and make it easier for those coming up behind him, but he also, wanted to make sure that he didn't do anything that would impede other people's opportunity who were following him.
A bond unlike any other was forged between Cooper and Duquesne in 1946. The University of Tennessee came to Pittsburgh for a highly anticipated matchup against Duquesne. It was set to be a sold-out crowd, but there was no game. An all-white Tennessee team refused to take the floor if Duquesne let Cooper play. The Dukes took a vote and sent Tennessee home.
I think the university made a statement, and I think it resonated throughout the country that, everyone should have an opportunity to play and perform.
Cooper, a captain for the Dukes, went on to have an All-American collegiate career before becoming the first black player selected in the NBA draft in 1950.
We always should celebrate barrier breakers and people who are the first. And as we celebrate them, I think it's important to remember that to blaze the trail, to be a pioneer, comes with wounds, and leaves scars.
A trail Cooper blazed with an immense amount of courage during pre-Emmett Till America.
And that people are still getting hung in this country. And you're by yourself, other than your teammates. I just wonder, mentally, how tough that was. So when you talk about courage, they really had to have a lot of courage to blaze that trail.
Cooper, along with Earl Lloyd and Nat Sweetwater Clifton, were those courageous trailblazers as they became the first black players to play in the NBA in the 1950-1951 season. Fast forward to the 2022 NBA All-Star Game, superstar Steph Curry walked up to the podium for his press conference, donning this sweatshirt of the trio with the script, "The Pioneers," something that brought tears to Cooper's eyes.
To have the younger players, today's players, recognize the sacrifice, the dedication, and the contribution of my father, Earl Lloyd, Nat Sweetwater Clifton, Don Barksdale, Bill Russell, the great Maurice Stokes, who's one of Pittsburgh's own, today is very special.
After his time in the NBA, which eventually led him to the Hall of Fame, came to an end, much like he had done every step of the way previously, Cooper continued to break barriers.
After his NBA career, he went and got his master's degree. He became the first African-American city department director in Pittsburgh's government's history. Then he was PNC's first African-American community banking executive.
Something his son says is just so fitting as part of his dad's legacy.
He always told me that the basketball part of it, he always felt like he was on a mission. But to me, I think it's somewhat obvious that he must have been on a mission to make a difference.
And make a difference he did, and we thank you so much.